Hey y'all, welcome in. Welcome in. If you are new or passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. Here today, do another general collective reading. Not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them, may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box. My books are always open, and I invite you to join me for a session. Hope everybody is doing good and feeling good. I've been trying to go live like all week, and every time I get ready to sit down and do it, something else comes up and it takes me away from my office. So I'm like, all right, well, let me just throw some cards, put a video up real quick. So I hope everybody is doing really well. I hope everybody had an awesome week. I'm so glad today is Friday. Although I don't know why, like every week is the same for me. I have a class tomorrow. So, yeah, there's that. All of a sudden my nose started running. As soon as I turned the camera on, my nose started running. I've been fine all day. Nose has not been running at all. I start picking up the tarot cards, my nose starts running. All right, let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about today. Oh, let's see. Now that's interesting. And the only reason why I'm saying it's interesting is because, one, it looks like there's... It looks like either a loss of stability. There's a loss. There's definitely a loss here. And it kind of feels like despite the loss or despite not having whatever this is, whether it's a new opportunity, a windfall of some sort, despite not having it, somebody's like emotionally in a very good space, like happy, despite not having whatever this is. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. This is really interesting. So there may be a relationship here that what is this? Child, I don't know what this is. Like there may be a relationship here, and it doesn't necessarily, I don't know, this is a relationship. And it feels like a relationship where there's like, you know, a lot of attraction. There's passion between you. And then I kind of get the impression in the near future placement, this is very odd to me because it feels like something is unsuccessful. Something is unsuccessful, but the lack of success is revolving around something being seen or not seen. This is a weird energy. What's in the environment? I'm like, what the hell is this? What's in the environment? Now I also see here too, it almost feels like I'm seeing this a couple different ways because it does look like something like kind of, I heard clouding someone's exposure or covering someone's exposure, like preventing other people from seeing something. Ugh. Let's just drill down. I'll see what it is. I'm like, what is this? I don't know what it is. Okay, what's in the environment? in the hell is this? Okay, because it feels like there's something here that you may have walked away from, a relationship dynamic. I do feel like there's an energy of somebody coming towards you with some kind of offer, right? And I think the reason why that they're coming towards you with this offer is because the whatever they're dealing with, it feels very uncomfortable, like kind of a little bit of a nightmare. What is this? Somebody coming back with an offer because whatever they're experiencing right now is a nightmare. Whatever they're experiencing, listen. And the only reason why they're coming to you is because you're stable. You're stable and you're no longer dealing with oh yes, you're stable and you're no longer dealing with them. Regardless of the amount of time that you've dealt with them or however long you've known them, whatever this connection is. Oh boy. Okay, now I also kind of see here too, there's so much stuff going on here. There's a lot going on. And I really feel like the main reason why this person is coming towards you. Now, I do want to point out too that if this was somebody that you may have once lived under the same roof as them, this could be family. But if you at one point lived under the same roof with this person, it may have been a very like loveless environment, like where you didn't like, nobody really showed you a lot of love and appreciation. And I feel like since you moved away from it, you've kind of reestablished yourself. Now you have this, like you're in a very stable space. You're confident. You're happy. Okay, you're happy. Even if you don't have whatever this thing is, without it, you're still okay. You seem to be very like, it's almost like you don't even know that like, I feel like you don't even really know that it exists. You may not know. I don't know who I'm talking to. You may not even know that this thing exists. Now let's not muddy it, because I haven't pulled out the Kipper deck or anything like that, but let's not muddy it. Because I'm just looking at the faces and I'm like, I feel like this guy on this Nine of Cups, he's oblivious to this thing that he doesn't actually have, and he appears to be just fine without it. Doesn't matter. The crazy part about it, let me tell you about this energy, because I want to say that whoever this person is that may want to come towards you, this may have been somebody here that, if you had been in a position where you had a certain need, this is giving. I'm looking at this Wheel of Fortune, but I'm thinking because they're on the bottom half of the wheel. At one point, they were on the top half, and maybe you were on the bottom half of the wheel. When you were on the bottom half of the wheel, and this person had the ability to actually help you out, they may not have done that. They may not have, they may have chosen to withhold and they didn't show up for you. It's funny. I was listening to something yesterday and it was something I heard in passing. So I didn't really give a whole lot of, credit to it or anything. But the conversation that I was listening to was kind of talking about how this very scenario, it's like, when the person that needed help, when they were in a position and it does have something to do with resources and finances, but when this person was in a position to financially assist you, and they saw that you were doing bad, or they saw that you were, on the lower half of the wheel, they didn't actually do anything to step in to assist you. Maybe that was this morning. I was watching something that popped up on my Facebook, and it was like, it was a conversation about, someone being the best friend of a celebrity. And she was saying how, even though her best friend was a celebrity, she at one point had been homeless and, was dealing with all these difficulties or whatever. And her best friend, never like stepped in to intervene, never stepped in to like say, hey, I got you or whatever, right? I think that was this morning. Um, and what was funny is I went into the comments because the woman who was saying that was basically saying she understood why her friend didn't step in because, you know, we're all on a journey. Everybody's got their own path and it wasn't meant for her friend to step in and help her. But then when I went into the comments, because I understand that. But when I went into the comments, everybody was like, nah, girl, that's not your best friend. Because if I saw my best friend struggling and I actually had the means to help, why wouldn't you just, you know, help your friend because you know that's your girl, that's your boy? Like, why wouldn't you step in? And so now I think with the reason why this person is a little bit stressed is because now you are in a different position now, and they are now in a different position. So now that this person is dealing with, you know, unbearable circumstances is what I heard. This is a nightmare. This is literally a nightmare. I think the only thing that is concerning me at this point, because I haven't pulled any other cards, the problem that I have is that I don't feel like this person, whoever is stressed out about their life, I think the reason why I have an issue with this is because the only thing that they see is that you are in a different financial space and you're stable. You weren't stable before, you are now. This just feels like a whole bunch of audacity as far as I'm concerned. I also feel too that if this person had made a different choice in terms of who or where they aligned, you know, they aligned their loyalties to, I think this person is recognizing that where they align themselves is why they're at a loss right now. Okay. This is an interesting spread. Interesting cards. Okay, so whoever this person is, they are very much concerned that you've turned your back completely. They're concerned. You've got your boundaries up. I think you're very, I want to say you're intuitively very, very well aware if there has been some type of betrayal or anything like that. I think intuitively you may already, you know, have some inkling of what those things are. But you've gone cold and silent. And this person is really worried that you've already kind of moved on from it. Oh, well, that's too many cards. I think this person, I feel like this person is deeply in regret about whatever they did or whatever's taking place or whatever may have required you. And I also kind of see something else too. Whatever happened within this relationship dynamic, you may have had to heal from it. You may have had to do some work to heal from the damage, is what I'm being told to say, the word damage. Whatever damage had been done within the relationship, you may have had to heal from it. So this person is very, very concerned about coming in because they know, it's almost like they know exactly what they did. So it's not like they don't know why you're, you know, if you're standoffish or whatever, it's not like they don't understand why, you know. But I think this person is maybe part of the obstacle too, is that this person is dealing with, their emotions are kind of like all over the place. And so I kind of get the feeling that they don't really know the way forward. They're in deep regret over what's happened, but they don't really know the way forward. And I think too, this person consistently makes bad choices, so they're constantly choosing the same bad shit all the time and finding themselves in like repeat performance cycles of the same drama over and over again. You just switch out the characters. Wow. And if this is some type of family dynamic, they need to let you go. They need to let you go. Because I feel like collective, I think, and this ain't for everybody because I know I see y'all in the comments. So, but whoever this person is, like, you may still have love for them. Again, I don't need to see it in the comments. I'm letting know because this doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic partner or anything. I'm not necessarily getting that. Could be, but you know. But I get the impression that you may still have love for this person, but you got like the like. I feel like the love that you have for this person, it does have limits. And I think for you, I think you're like, you've left the building. So you're not really I don't really think this has anything to do with you per se. This doesn't have anything to do with you. This is more about what they need to be focused on. And this person, whoever I'm talking about, if they think that they can come back, I think they should just give that up. So if you're cross watching and you have some desire of spinning the block, going back to somebody that, the relationship is fractured or whatever, and you feel like the person that you're trying to approach is, giving you the cold shoulder and throwing up blockages and all that kind of stuff, it may be time for you to just release it and walk away. Lick your wounds and just keep going, Because even though this person may have love for you, their love for you has a limit. And I kind of feel like, if I'm looking at this and say, if I put myself in this, I don't know who this is, but if I put myself in this, it's almost like, I love you, but I got to love you from a distance. So you're going to have to stay way over there, way over there, a few states over. You're going to have to stay over there. Like, you can't come here. I'm going to love you, but I'm going to love you from over there. Listen. Okay, I don't have the Empress out here. I do, but I don't. But I've got all the queens. So as far as I'm concerned, all the queens out here are the Empress. Part of their lesson was that they should have done more to work on the relationship with you. They should have done more to show up for you. They should have done more. And this, like I'm telling you, this very well could be family. It's giving me, if you loved me, because I do feel like there had been love there's love here. At least from your part, there was love here. You had love for this person. And I think that you may have been willing to work with them. You may have been very patient, very, very patient. You may have even told this person, like, hey, if I were you, you could have warned them about, things that they were doing. You could have told them, like, hey, there are other ways to accomplish the goal or whatever. You might not want to do that. You probably shouldn't do this. And this person didn't listen to you. They didn't listen to you. Damn. And because they chose not to listen to you, and because they chose to work either against you or just not with you, now they are no longer feeling the kind of abundance that they may have once felt while they were in your presence. Now they are literally on the outside. They are literally on the outside. So even if this was and even if I flipped it, like, we're gender fluid here, even if I flipped it and turned every one of these queens into every single one of the kings, and it was the emperor out here, whoever this is, they should have worked with you not against you. And now that's the reason why they're on the outside. That's the reason why everything that they put their hands on doesn't actually materialize in abundance, because the magic, and I'm not saying like, woo woo and candles and shit, just the magic of who you are. Your presence in people's lives, it blesses them. And this person did not, whoever we're talking about today, did not recognize the blessing. God hides his chosen ones in plain sight. When I say karma's a long game, a karmic cycle, generally 12 years. I can look back on my life and identify the relationships that literally lasted right about 12 years. And at that 12-year mark is when things started getting a little wonky, right? And I feel like whoever this person is, I said, you may have told them. You may have told them. Now they're kicking themselves because they didn't listen. They didn't listen. And you're not even in a position, I don't even feel like you're in a gloaty like position where you're like, see, I told you so. Not even like that. It's just like, I gave you grace. I gave you opportunity. I even shared some information that would help you, to help you kind of keep things churning. But this person chose to do other things. This person definitely made a wrong choice. They chose against you. Now they're living in a nightmare. Everything in their world is upside down. And now they no longer have you. Okay. You may be a truth teller. I feel like you're really grounded. Collective, you may see the higher purpose of all of the situations that you've been involved in. You may have grown and evolved and healed enough to know or see exactly why this relationship turned out the way that it did. This feels to me like, and I say that to my clients all the time, like I can kind of look back at my life at certain points where I made certain decisions, and like I see the fallout that happened after I made those decisions. But I recognize that each time I did that, I was learning a lesson. So it wasn't, I wasn't walking away like, oh my God, there was a lesson involved in each one. While in the moment, I might not have been able to recognize what the lesson was. In the times when I got past that stress point of freaking out and learned how to ground myself and really look at the situation, I no longer, I didn't beat myself up for it. I just realized and recognized I made this decision because in my mind I thought it would take me to this point, but it actually didn't take me to this point. It took me over here, and then I had to figure out how to get myself out of here. They're learning opportunities, right? This person's learning a valuable lesson. They're learning a valuable lesson. Now, the other thing is, whoever this person is, because if it's just not a romantic relationship, this might have been somebody that you had a lot of fun with. I can automatically see, like, when I'm looking at these cards, I'm like thinking, I'm like, who? Because originally, I'm like, when I was throwing cards, I didn't know who the hell I was talking about, but I can kind of see what this is. This could have been somebody that you had love for, that y'all had big fun. You had a good time. Y'all were fun together. Right? Lots of laughs and fun. But I also kind of think too that he never really thought or gave much thought to, how the relationship may evolve. in the future. Oh, this person is in fact a soulmate. Oh, wait. Maybe this person isn't a soulmate. Maybe this is leading you back to someone else. Because honestly, I don't have any counterparts out here. Remember I said they were, whatever this was, it was something unsuccessful. Something that they didn't want seen that was unsuccessful. So now I'm seeing something else. I don't know who this person is to you, collective, but I do get the impression if you are, and this is part that you are, because this is the part that they didn't want seen. If you're coupled, if you're partnered with somebody, oh, if you're partnered with somebody, I do have the energy out here of somebody that may have been trying to break you up. So what they don't want, what they're unsuccessful at hiding, or okay, so they may be unsuccessful at the fact that they've been trying to, I don't know, there's something here of breaking up a couple, and the fact that the couple is not broken up. Because I do see a soulmate partnership or couple actually going the distance. So if somebody here was trying to break them up, so say, okay, thank you, Spirit. So say if this is a whole separate person, say this is the couple. Oh, let me put the cards down because now I see something. I'm reevaluate. I'm seeing something different here. So if this is a couple and say this is a third person, because I don't necessarily have third party energy out here, but just follow me here. If this is a couple and this is a third additional person, right? Somebody that maybe you did not there, because I don't feel like this is not something that you called into yourself. You didn't attract this situation, like law of attraction. Like, this is not something that you manifested or created for yourself. This is not something that was even registering on not even on your radar. Okay. Over here, going into the future, I feel like there's this, because maybe that's part of this nightmare ass energy, because they were unable to break your relationship up. If that's connected to this, if they were unable, so maybe they're now dealing with a set of funky ass circumstances, because whatever they were attempting to do or whatever they've been doing, I heard repetitive action. So they've been doing something repetitively. They've done something repetitively. But they're the ones that are affected. They're the ones that are, I heard, taking a significant loss. I know y'all are telling me in these comments, because I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like, sometimes these ain't about me. Loosely, but not on my radar. I don't know what this is. Yeah. Remember what I said? I said it before I even threw these cards out here. Whoever this is somebody here who literally watched you go through struggles on your own. They watched you bust your ass in this loveless ass environment, never offering to help you when they had the ability to assist you. And now Boy, that I said it last week. Hey, the pendulum swings both ways. Now they're in a position right now and they need assistance. And you've already moved on from them. That's what this nightmare is. You've already separated yourself from the energy. You've already moved on from it. You've left the building. You're not available for any kind of assistance. You're not available for any kind of assistance. Exchanging gifts in the reverse. No. Especially not after. Here's the thing, too. And whatever they kept trying to do, because I said they did it over and over again, they can't do it anymore. So I just want to point that out so that you're not, worried that somebody is back here just actively doing work against you. Whatever they were trying to do, they can't do it anymore. And even with all the attempts that they tried, it didn't change anything. It did not change a thing. Learn a lesson. You learned a lesson. And now you get a second chance to do it right. To do things the right way. Your way. Okay, so part of this person's fears and concerns, I said, like, you got your boundaries up. They're definitely worried that you've already moved on. They're worried that you're not going to come to their aid or be of any assistance to them. And this person they are very confused. Part of the reason why they may not have, there's a couple of reasons why they may not have come forward yet. One is they're not really sure what they're going to be greeted with or if you're going to even respond. Number two, I feel like Spirit's nudging them to just let you go and move forward, get on with their life, but they're a little bit torn. So they're not really sure what they should do. So they're steadily looking back at you, hoping that you'll be there. I feel like they're being urged to move forward, though, because that's part of their release. They need to let you go. Hold on to the love, but let everything else go, because there ain't nothing left. And they're ready. They may not feel ready, but I feel like they are. And part of the lesson here was, part of their lesson was they should have worked with you. They should have worked with the collective in order to, if they had just listened, like, it's kind of like if they had listened to you in the first place, then they wouldn't be in the position that they're in right now. And it's almost like I said, God puts you right in their face, in plain sight. And whoever this person is, they either didn't believe it or couldn't see it. And there's no energy here, child. There's no energy here that supports any kind of reconciliation. You're focusing on the present and, you're focused on your new beginnings and co-creating with Spirit. Meanwhile, this person is struggling. They're on a struggle bus and they're having a really hard time going with the flow. And they're kind of in a mental lock. It's giving me 8 of Swords. They're kind of in a mental lock. And because they didn't actually put in any real effort into being a part of your life, they got to do this part of this leg of their journey. They got to do it on their own. They got to do it on their own, and they have to accept it. They just still holding on to your energy, though. They're still holding on to your energy because I think they have some kind of belief that, like, you're supposed to be a part of their life, but that ain't. I'm not really getting that. I'm not really getting that. All right. Somebody here may be athletic. Somebody could be into martial arts or a duelist. Adult female could be significant. You could be really intuitive. You could be highly intuitive, wise beyond your years, a wounded healer. Environment you were in may have felt oppressive. Ooh. Definitely a victim of injustice. And I do feel like you're in the future, you will be receiving justice. The injustice will be overturned. Ooh. Nope, not taking all these. Only gonna take the one that originally flipped. Helpless maiden. So I said it was an adult woman. So somebody here could feel like they are helpless. This person was a saboteur. So they could have been just wreaking havoc in your life and maybe you didn't know about it. Could be some involvement with an older man as well. Could have been dealing with a bully. This person could be a bully. They may have thought you were an easy target. They could be a flying monkey as well. Your religious beliefs could be polytheistic. Polytheistic. Yeah, and if this person is if they're accustomed to living like in a group living situation, like a commune or within a tribe of people, like I said, this person's gonna have to learn to go this leg of their journey alone. Uh-oh. Literally, this person was supposed to work with you. And the thing about it is, this person, the way that they operated with you was like love of convenience. It wasn't true love. Like them being in your life, it wasn't because of genuine love. It was just convenient. You were convenient for them. When you were genuinely like showing up and being present. Listen, they sacrificed your relationship, child. This person sacrificed your relationship. They might have also been very promiscuous. Whoever this is. Could be somebody that you once lived with. They may have to move. Somebody may have to move. Somebody's stressed. They're worried, feeling very anxious. Somebody here may have been trying to block your vision or block your intuition. But you're on a healing journey. You're on a healing journey. You may still be healing. Healing is not linear. Yes, if somebody was here trying to break up your relationship, something significant over the course of the last year, if they've been trying to break up your relationship, nothing's working, you're still very, very bonded. If you're in a partnership, your partnership is very solid. Whatever this person was trying to do to undermine it, it didn't work. You are protected from this person. Whoever they are, I've said this before too. Whoever this was, and I feel like spirit kind of led you away from this situation. So even if and it's, here's the thing, because I do feel like this is all one of those, it's, you know, what comes around goes around. Because I feel like even when spirit tried to like lead this person, I feel like spirit's been trying to lead somebody to change or to evolve, and this person is like almost refusing to do so. And since you've been apart, in the time that you've been apart, you have grown, you have evolved. And I've been saying it, wherever you left this person, whoever this person is to you, wherever you left them, they're still there. Like maybe not physically, but mentally, emotionally, like they're still there. And that was the reason why they couldn't break your relationship up. You persevered. Not everybody. And for those people who have been in like long-term relationships, marriage, whatever, even if it's not a marriage and it's just in a long-term relationship, those relationships are work. And if it's something that you really want and you both feel the same way about the relationship, then you work together. I see here, if you and your partner are still together, you've persevered through all the drama and everything because you're growing. And not just that, you're growing together. You're growing together and not apart. And it's funny because I remember saying this to people, I want to say even before I got married. And I think I was saying that mostly because prior to being married, I was in a relationship for like, I want to say 6.5 years. My mind says 6.5 years, but we probably were like together for maybe a solid like 2 or 3 years. I think the rest of those years I kind of romanticized and I just held on because of my love. The thing about it is, and I said it back then too, people should grow together, like blossom together, work through issues together, because when you don't work through them together, you grow apart. You two worked together, and even if you didn't grow, you're not, because again, even within your relationship, both partners are still on their own journeys. We're individually on our own journeys. Like when I was going through my healing journey, I was oblivious, not like I didn't know what my husband was doing, or I didn't know what his healing journey looked like. We worked on ourselves apart. Not well, not apart. In the same house, but separately. Like I focused on me, he focused on himself, and he does what he does for himself by himself, and I do what I do for myself by myself. I don't include him in that because this is my journey, just like what he's doing is part of his journey. But the thing about it is you persevere together because you both realize the value of your connection. Whoever this person is that came up against you or was working to try to undermine your relationship didn't know that. This person comes across as, for me, it comes across as somebody who's very immature and doesn't really know how real relationships work. You and your partner grew together. Remember, I've said it months ago and I was like, where your mind goes, your energy flows. This almost feels like all the energy that they have been trying to project onto you as a couple to break you up, what it actually did was it kind of just, it didn't work the way that they thought it was going to work, and it just worked to help build the relationship to be even stronger. So thanks. Yeah. Somebody's pissed. Somebody's pissed that the cycle is come to a close. They couldn't keep you. And the thing about it is, the reason why the cycle has come to a close, so this person doesn't want to change. They just want to come to you with their hand out, thinking that, you know, because we've been rocking together for a really long time, you should show up for me. But hello, did you show up for the collective when the collective was in need? When spirit was guiding you to help them and you chose not to? I'm sorry, what? You ain't gotta burn me twice. Shit. Child, this person's losing their shit. They're ungrounded. They're ungrounded. Yeah, and them trying to come up against you failed. So even if they were out here telling lies, listen, if this person was out here telling lies about you, trying to bring you down, or trying to ruin your character and how other people perceived you or whatever, it is a total failure. Total failure. Failure. Achievement in the reverse. Failure. I'm not going to give you a second opportunity to come in and wreck my life. No, thank you. No, thank you. And they're still keeping secrets. There's still something out here that they are trying to keep hidden from you. And that part of the problem is the fact that they're still hiding something from you. Like, spirit's not going to let them get away with this shit. Yes, listen. And if there's something that they are in possession of that does not belong to them, they got to give it up. Ooh, okay. The lesson, actually 5 cards came out with the lesson. I'm going to take all of them because I normally don't. Whoo, shit. Listen, this person's stupid as hell. Whoever this is, you stupid as hell. Because you thought you knew what you were doing, trying to come up against this couple. You thought you were going to, I said this in another reading recently. I'm like, they were trying to break you up. Or if you were in a relationship, they were trying to ruin your relationship. They were doing work against you to ruin your relationships, and they were just kind of waiting it out to see if it would happen. The thing about it is, what they ruined was the relationship with the collective. Not only did they fuck around, they're finding out right now. Child, and the advice is for them to look at themselves. This is somebody who needs to self-reflect. Truly. Truly. They need to self-reflect. Now, this is interesting. Yes. Okay. And if there's something, here's the thing. They need to, part of the advice here is that they need to self-reflect. That's number 1. And number 2, if there's something that they need to tell you, there's some feelings that they've been withholding or not telling you, there's something that they need to express, or something that they've been hiding or holding in, they need to tell you. They need to tell you. Ooh, and if they don't, baby, this is going to bug the shit out of them, probably for the rest of their lives. Child, something's come to an end. Now, what did I say? There's something that you don't have, lost, it's been removed, it's been hidden, it's been obstructed, and you're still happy without it. Now, the interesting thing is all the cards that I'm using here, there's someone here thinking about there could have been a loss. It has something to do with a home. Somebody either needing to move, having to relocate, move from this home. Home may have been acquired due to a death. There's a message that has been withheld, blocked. There's a message from a masculine energy that may have been withheld. Either this man is withholding the message or the message is from this man. Has something to do with innocence and imprisonment. Well, my collective hasn't done anything that warrants somebody going to prison, but maybe the person that we're talking about here today has done something and you are the innocent party. I said they're not successful at whatever this is they were doing, that they're trying to hide. Okay. So I see a broken down relationship. I see failed relationships. I see failed relationships, but I also see one strong relationship that you've worked at. I like it. Somebody here was literally trying to break. If somebody was here trying to break up your marriage is protected as well. Now this is interesting. Huh. Okay. So there may have been other people involved. Could have been a family dynamic. Must be a bunch of people that you're not dealing with. Not giving to. Oh, I remember I said at one point they were on the upper half of the wheel. We have the Great Fortune out here in the reverse with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Cycle in the reverse. So if somebody is losing this fortune, they're no longer in the upper half of the wheel and they got their hand out. There's something here with the gift that they're losing and they are becoming ungrounded. Somebody's unhinged. Because if they were trying to keep this away from you, I'm telling you, the timing of this. Yeah. So there's something here done in the courts, but it was a failure. There's a failure here. Family room. The family room is usually about it's like a family home, a home that you've lived in. That's the way that I perceive it. A room that folks gather, a space where family would normally gather. Somebody has been hiding it, lying about it. Something's been done illegally, and there was a failure. Actually, no, I'll keep going with the spread. So there's an expectation. An expectation of failure. There's an expectation of failure. And there's somebody here worried about some negative attention. Where'd the card go? Ooh. Negative attention about some unexpected income. And maybe part of the lesson is you can't just go around stealing other people's shit. Despair. Listen, they may be in despair because they gotta self-reflect and tell you what they've been doing or what they're hiding or what they've done. I do see here, though, in the near future, there is some imprisonment. Yeah, so this privileged lady very well could be outed as a thief. And they're in despair because I feel like they've been keep trying to hide this for so long. Can't hide it forever. They can't hide it forever. Oh, no, that's way too many cards. Child, somebody here is unhinged. They're unhinged. There is no stability here. They are lacking in stability. And maybe they're in a relationship too that the relationship is not stable. They're in an unstable relationship or an unstable space. Listen, there may be somebody here that potentially has been trying to block somebody from working or traveling, or maybe they're blocked from traveling. And people are witnessing your maturity. Like if you've become, like, say in the past, you know, like I said, you were on the bottom half of the wheel, so things might not have been so cool for you. But what people are witnessing is your growth, your development, your maturity, the amount of maturity that you've gained in the time apart. Somebody wanted you to be alone, baby. Somebody wanted you to be alone. Somebody was really trying to break down your relationships to, like, it's almost like trying to block you from having support of others, whether it's your partner or you got close friends or something like that. It's almost to, like, make people look at you differently, see you differently, so that they wouldn't want to fuck with you. That's not working. And whoever these people are in this community, yeah, I said here, whatever this environment that you were once in, it wasn't. It was like a loveless environment, child. They heart in the reverse. They didn't have no love for you. These people, even the people that you were dealing with, they didn't have no love for you. And if they had been trying to block you from, I feel like this is a failure, because if they had been trying to block you from this fortune, this great fortune, remember, I didn't want to go into the whole inheritance thing, but the very first card out was that Ace of Pentacles, and it was in the reverse. But again, it was paired with the Nine of Cups, so it's like, even though you don't have whatever that Ace of Pentacles is, you're still, like, emotionally, you're in a really decent space. Like, you're fine even without it. I feel like if there are blockages, if there have been blockages trying to prevent you from having this fortune, those blockages are being removed. Yeah, there was a message here there's a message here that's been blocked from you about a gift. You know, the gift in the secondary deck is inheritance. If there's something right here, mountain would be the obstacle, and then great fortune is underneath it. So if there had been something here that is due to you that has been blocked from you, it's the blockages are being removed. Yeah, see, unexpected income adjudication, and both in the reverse. Like, there's something here that was done illegally to remove you or block you from getting access to these funds. Somebody here been lying about your relationship. This is crazy. People are crazy. Literally crazy as hell. They're hoping to have like some kind of lucky break. But they may be there may be a couple of people here being investigated. A wealthy man and this mature woman. So somebody could be investigating. Oh yeah. Clouds. The clouds is almost like it's almost for me like the tower. Like there's something looming, it's something coming. Something's coming. They don't have clarity, they're confused. Look, courthouse is in the reverse. And if there's money that they have, that they're holding on to, that you don't have access to and it don't belong to them, look, thief in the reverse. It's thief out here twice. So somebody's getting ready to be revealed as a thief. Look, inheritance in the reverse. Somebody stole this money from you. Whatever this inheritance bouquet is, a gift. There is something here that has been left for you that you don't have access to because somebody is blocking it. There's a death. There has been a death. Now, the coffin usually can talk about an ending, needing to let something go. Could have been an illness. Somebody could be ill. Deathbed, I heard. Look. There's some hidden information. Okay, here's the thing. Now, I have another message, and this ain't for everybody. Okay? Because one card tells me that there's hidden information, but this is like about like spirituality and I just pulled a hair out from my head. That's crazy. This one card talks about your spirituality, it can talk about expansion, but it talks for me about like the mysteries of the universe. Like maybe, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but maybe somebody here has like unlocked the mysteries of the universe. And so now you have tapped into something spiritual, hidden mysteries. You've tapped into something that's been hidden. You've tapped into something that's been hidden. I'm trying to debate if there's another deck that I want to use. Where are we time-wise? We're already at an hour. Okay. Let me grab a couple of oracle cards, and then we'll do a truth deck really quick and pull some synchronicities and dates. Okay, we'll take these. The lack of transparency may be leading to distrust and miscommunication. More honesty and openness are needed to restore balance. Your creativity is flourishing, allowing you to bring new ideas and perspectives to all areas of your life. And you're in a phase of personal growth. Challenges and hardships are helping you to become stronger and wiser. We love it. All right. Okay. Let's get with some truth cards. Closure needed. Meditate. Success is yours. Someone's throwing shade. We have a deepening bond. Happy outcome. We love it. And love beginning. Love it, love it, love it. We have fear and worry. Reflect. Underneath meditate, what I love. Spring equinox and autumn seem to come out a lot too. So I don't know if there's something very significant about that. We have soul journey, the long haul, balancing act, and envious. Somebody could be envious of the fact that you may have a new cycle of love beginning and a happy outcome. Oh well. Someone's returning to you. Ask for help. We have community. Someone has a hidden agenda. We have chakra balance, repeating the past. That's interesting. And we have soulmate connection. I'm not going to do a fourth line because then it puts too many cards out here. All right, so your synchronicities 1111, 222, 133, or 1333, 911, 1116, 1515, 666, 212, 213. Okay, let's look at the birthdays. I have January the 2nd, January the 3rd, January the 6th, January the 8th, January the 17th. I have February the 1st, February the 6th, February the 7th, February the 12th, February the 15th, February 17th, and February 22nd. I have March 1st, March 3rd, March 23rd, March 24th, March 8th, March 11th, March 6th. Did I say March 15th? No May, no April. I have June the 6th, June the 7th, June the 12th, June the 15th, June the 20th, June 1st, June 17th, June 8th, June 3rd. I have July the 2nd, July the 6th, July 12th, July 17th, July 20th. August the 1st, August the 3rd, August the 6th, August 11th, August the 24th. I have September the 11th, September the 16th, September the 24th. No October dates. I have November the 3rd, November the 8th, November the 9th, November the 16th, November the 24th. And then I have December the 2nd, December the 6th, December the 7th, December the 20th, December the 15th, December the 22nd, December the 17th. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this resonate for you or give you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get it in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I think I have 4 more openings for the month of June. So if you want to get in where you fit in. I'm not sure. I want to say 4, but I don't know. Off the top of my head, I think it's 4. But if you want to book a session with me, get in where you fit in. You can go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com. I want to thank you guys so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, the super thanks, all the new bookings from all the new clients. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I do see a shift in the demographics of my following though, because initially when I first started, the majority of the people that were following me were like between the ages of like 25 and 35, and now I'm getting a lot more mature crowd, mature folks that are 40 plus. Yeah, folks that are 40 plus, heavy on the plus, heavy on the plus side. But I appreciate y'all that you turn to me for advice and guidance, and I appreciate that you allow me to, be a part of your journey and to help guide you through these energies, because that's really all I'm here to do. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm not, I'm here to kind of break down the energy and explain to you what it is that's happening and trying to help you to move through it, right? Because this doesn't have to be, some of these energies, and I know that we've experienced, has been really, really tough, and it's been really hard to kind of overcome and persevere and push through. And I know that it's been a battle. I know it has. It's been a battle for me, so I know it's been a battle for you. Just remember to pray, talk to your spirit team, talk to God every day, every day. twice on Sundays. um, but I appreciate y'all for being here. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of your world. Thank you guys for being such a big part of mine. I love you. Till next time. Take care.